introduce number 23, Terrence Ferguson.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K. Now it's ended down to David. They bring that physicality. Thank you, David. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. On the wings, Kennard and Snell. Andre Drummond is out there with Morris. And it's Frazier in at the 1. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Ferguson in at the 3 slot. Here's Kennard. To the inside, Drummond goes up and lays it nice and easy. The entire offseason leading up to tonight, Steve, as a player, do you already know if your team has a chance to be special this early?
You know, Kevin, yeah, you do. And I think that the teams that I've been on and teams that you see and saying we don't have a chance to win, you try to trick yourself. You're looking at management and ownership. Can we make a deal throughout this year to get us in contention? But you got to be realistic. You know the teams that you don't have a chance to win the championship. Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Frazier scanning the floor. In the corner, Snell with it. Pass to Morris. Clock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound. The shot missing. Last outing for the Pistons, it was a loss to the Bulls in Chicago. Here's Ferguson. Kicks it out to Paul. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Morris. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Frazier. He feeds it to Morris. The shot, no good. Adams, some nice D. On offense, here are the Thunder. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them.
Becoming more comfortable with that shot. The ceiling is very high for Gilgeous-Alexander if he can stretch the floor.
Here's Kennard. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Chicago, and that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Snell. Pass to Frazier. Shot clock at 5. Jacks up a 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now here's Paul. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Even though he got fouled a lot, he never lost any of his aggressiveness. He kept making free throws, and in the process, really frustrated the D.
Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. It's no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon, and even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
He has a monster wingspan, the elevation for his size. Drummond able to finish with authority on a consistent basis.
Now here's Paul. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Andre Drummond with the wingspan of 7'6". It's going to be hard to get it over him.
And it's Frazier with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Pass to Drummond. Shades over Adams. And it's Drummond missing. The Thunder have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Paul looking around. Gallinari wide open. Here's Adams, and it's sent back by Drummond. And he recovers it. They got him on the arm, but it still can. The Thunder shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Only 71% from the line last season, and rest assured they're hoping to bring those numbers up this year.
That free throw good from Gallinari. Now last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
Here's Kennard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 3. The kick out to Frazier. There's the triple. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 7 rebounds in the game. Paul with the ball. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
I mean, that's terrific finish in transition. Chris Paul dynamic when they're pushing the tempo.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's Frazier. Here's Kennard. Detroit, no good that time either. Oklahoma City leading by 5. And here is Paul. He's got 6. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Paul. Adams dishes to Gallinari. No good from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Frazier outside. The dish to Morris. They need this. The feed to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Gallinari outside. Here's Adams. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Detroit gets called for the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. For the Thunder, Diallo, he's checked in for Ferguson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. Brown, he's checked in for the Pistons. Rose comes in for Tim Frazier. Kept alive. Rose gets the bucket.
This is why Derrick Rose is considered one of the best at his position. He is not afraid of going down low.
Schroeder passes to Adams. Gallinari outside. Rebound by the Pistons.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Gallinari with the steal. Schroeder passes to Adams. And it's sent back by Drummond. There's Brown with the 3. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And the Pistons lead by 1.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Bruce Brown, as a rookie, was a fantastic role player for the Pistons. Came in looking to provide plus defense and played with energy to spark the team.
Different look here for Detroit. Akers checked in for Markieff Morris. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Tony Snell. Oklahoma City's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And playing to his strong point, something that Brown is very comfortable with.
You know, he identified his role on the team early, something that can be hard for a rookie to find. Brown keeps his game simple, and so far that's worked quite well for him in his young NBA career.
The Thunder with another miss.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Lobbed up there for Drummond. That one's not going to go.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Rose passes to Galloway. Now here's Maker. Tight defense on him. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now here's Schroeder. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. A nice shot by Gallinari.
Very aggressive in terms of looking for his shot. 9 attempts already, but only able to knock down 2.
Now here's Drummond. He's covered by Muscala. Brown feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 6. Maker passes to Drummond. Count it. Drummond's got 8.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Oklahoma City trailing. Now Schroeder. 17 points for him last game against Portland. Greg last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Smitty, every team has its leaders, either official or unofficial. What's expected, in your opinion, out of a team captain?
Well, I think leadership. Also have the same, voice of the coaching staff and organization, and also the voice of winning. I think if you have a leader that can do that, sometimes that leader's vocal, sometimes that leader leads by example, but you usually know who that is. This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
Drummond finds Rose. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Brown wide open. He fires. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Gallinari left side. Rose with the double team. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For Oklahoma City, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line. And so he hits the technical free throw. And Smitty, one thing I like about Gallinari, he's doing more things on the court as he ages.
I totally agree. He used to be out there only to shoot, but that hasn't been the case for a while now. Still scores, but his rebounding has improved, and he's done a good job of driving and drawing fouls.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Schroeder against Rose. Here's Galloway. And again, unable to change momentum here. The Thunder leading by 7. Schroeder outside. And it's sent back by Drummond. And they get it back. Gallinari left side. Fade away. And Galloway pulls it down.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
The pass to Drummond. Back to Galloway. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Here's where Galloway excels. Better off the catch than initiating.
Galloway has gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. Now here's Diallo. He's tightly guarded. Schroeder outside. Fires the 3. That shot misses. The Pistons go the other way with it, and going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and they put up a goose egg last year when they played this team twice. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
46 seconds left in the first. Dishes it to Gallinari. And a miss there on the triple. And so Galloway with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Trailing by 2. They get the rebound. Here's Maker, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
What I like about Thon Maker, he's enthusiastic, driven, and hungry.
The Pistons shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Thunder shooting just 35% to start the game. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Passes it to Muscala. There's Diallo. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Portland.
He owned the glass in that one, too. No one could put a body on him.
The Thunder with another miss. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Thunder out in front, up 2. 2K Sports, back in a moment here in Oklahoma City. There's a great friendship between Melo, LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Paul, and Chris talked about where all that started.
It's been a sort of long relationship, you know, and obviously me, Bron, Melo, D-Wade have all really got really close, and that's.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GAs spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Oklahoma City right now, Dennis Schroeder is out there with Diallo. Then it's Mike Muscala, and it's Ferguson in at the small forward. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey has found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And that's what I've done." So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking. They are just killing him on the interior.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
And the Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in for Thon Maker. Tony Snell comes in for Bruce Brown. Kennard, he's checked in for Langston Galloway. And Tim Frazier subbed in for Rose. Here's Snell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And Paul gets it to go in. And the Thunder lead by 2.
And the thing about Paul, despite his listed size, he's comfortable operating inside.
Frazier the pass to Snell. Morris outside. Pass to Drummond. He's feeling it. Misses off the left iron.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Paul against Frazier. Paul passes to Adams. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Paul. With the floater, it's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Frazier against Paul. Ball's knocked loose. Paul with the steal. Here's Ferguson, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
We talk about it time and time again. Turnovers are costly, especially when the game is close.
Here's Drummond, following the score by Oklahoma City. Bobbed up there for Drummond. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
I mean, tremendous body control in the air. Andre with the easy catch and flush.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul. Back to Muscala. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Frazier dishes to Drummond. Yep, that one goes. Drummond's got it all tied up now for the Pistons. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Paul. Ferguson for three. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Ferguson's got 5 now.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Paul against Frazier. Up top, Morris. Frazier dishes to Morris. Right wing. Here's Kennard. The offensive rebound. Drummond. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points. 18 points for him.
Drummond is very active on the offensive glass. This is where he can pile up a lot of points.
Paul outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Smitty, when things get heated between two players, we often see a double technical call. But should the instigator be penalized more if it can be determined who was the instigator?
I agree, Kevin. I just don't like sometimes that two guys get into it and you just automatically call a double technical. Because the strategy-wise, if I was playing Kevin and their best player had a technical already, I would get into it just so he can call a double technical and hopefully he'll be gone.
Now, wait a minute. Did you really? Honestly?
No, we did. I mean, I think that back in the day you saw like Patrick Ewing, for instance. He had a tech. We would just send somebody out there just to see a couple plays. If we can get him thrown out. Especially now, if you just call a double technical the way they do, a lot of star players have been gone.
And here's Frazier following the three from Chris Paul. Frazier outside. Shoots the three. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. The Thunder leading by 6. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have, staying aggressive and playing under control.
Here's Paul, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a look now at the Thunder's upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Tuesday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And it's interesting looking back at past drafts. Chris Paul taking 4th overall, but will be the clear #1 in a do-over.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Muscala. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Well, one area that has slowed the Pistons the last decade is their player development.
Yeah, GA, you look at their roster, very few homegrown players. The Pistons haven't had a lot of hits with their first-round picks. To be a top team, you need to have a front office that can build from within.
Take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Number 1, Andre Drummond.
And, you know, he took a lot of pride in being at the top of that rebounding list. When all was said and done, he was a man among boys.
Frazier against Paul. And Adams sends it back. Paul outside. Adams outside. Here's Gallinari, and it's sent back by Drummond. Inside, will it go? And Morris throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Pistons trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Back
to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Kennard. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Paul kicks to Adams. Paul outside. Back to Adams. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. The Pistons have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. To the middle, here's Morris. Tries again. Second chance shot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Steven Adams picks one up.
Hard not to bite on Drummond's pump fake. You have to get up quick to have any chance to contest his shot.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Diallo's checked in. Rose, he's checked in for Detroit. The Thunder leading by 4. Pass to Adams. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now the pass to Gallinari. And Adams now top of the key from deep. And there's Gallinari on the assist by Adams. And that's 12 points for Gallinari.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Rose, good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Oklahoma City has gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Paul against Rose. Paul with the ball. 15 points in the game. Gallinari passes to Adams. That one a little long. Pistons trail by 5. In the corner, Snell with it. He kicks it to Rose. Passes it to Kennard. From deep. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. A nice shot by Gallinari.
With the big, strong frame of Gallinari, he's able to take contact and deliver the goods.
Morris outside. Oh, Morris in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now here's Paul. Gallinari outside. From deep three-point range. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Here's a look at some stats for Derrick Rose. A very nice season for him last year. He averaged 18 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
And Adams sends it back. And here's Diallo. 6 points for him. Gallinari on the wing. Launches a 3. And it's Gallinari again missing.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
And with Thon Maker still a developing project, you forget, Smitty, how young he really is.
You're right, Kevin. Has a lot of time ahead of him. You can see the touch and the length he has. Hopefully, he can keep working and put it all together.
They recover it. The Thunder leading by 3. Gallinari on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Back to Schroeder. 58 seconds left in the first half. Back to Gallinari. Three-pointer. Here's Adams. Makes it off the glass. And the Thunder lead by 5.
just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Now here's Diallo. 6 points for him. Schroeder against Rose. Gallinari left side.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Now here's Schroeder. The 19-foot shot, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, how's it feel to be back on the floor again?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Good to see you back out here, Derek. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He ended up with 15 points and 1 steal. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
Shaq, what'd you think about the Pistons?
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It would be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
They're asking a lot of him, shouldering the load in a number of areas. You just hope he has enough left at the end.
On the court for the Pistons, on the wings, Kennard and Snell. Markieff Morris is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Frazier in at the point. Here is Frazier. Steven Adams making his last shot. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to a single point after the basket from Andre Drummond.
It's one of those nights where Drummond's been heavily involved, and he's responding.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari outside. From deep. A shot off that time. And Detroit the other way now. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Pass to Kennard. Back to Snell. To the paint. And Drummond throws it down. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Now here's Paul. He's got 15. Adams' shot is off.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. The Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
He sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing.
And as a defender trying to stop the drive, Chris Paul shifts gears so well, it's hard to beat him to the spot.
You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. They hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Good on. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Pass to Ferguson. Gallinari, the bounce pass. Adams down low. Defended by Drummond.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Frazier the pass to Snell. And here is Drummond. Back to Snell. Oh, trying for it. They swipe it. Here's Paul. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. And so it's Frazier who'll bring it up for the Pistons. It's a 1-point game. Here's Drummond, and Adams sends it back.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. Proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there's some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready. Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
The pass to Morris. Now Drummond. And they get it. Tries again. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 5. He dishes it to Paul. Down low. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. 2nd, the Thunder.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And, boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
The Pistons trailing. Out left to the wing. Good on. No good off the front iron.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Frazier against Paul. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Passes it to Drummond. Here's Snell. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 6 on the shot clock. A second chance effort. And that one's good. Drummond.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Paul. He's got 23. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
With the basketball in hand, no one is more patient than Paul. Waits for his man to break free.
Frazier kicks to Morris. Here's Drummond. Pass to Snell. For the three. Thunder with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. Paul passes to Muscala. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Drummond with the rebound. Pistons trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Kennard, the pass to Morris. Here's Kennard. Here's the teardrop. He can't get it to go. Adams, some nice D.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Paul. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, covered by Morris. Muscala hits the bucket.
He's an asset in helping space the floor. He has tremendous touch from range.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, his size at the point guard spot is a huge bonus for him. Allows him to switch onto most other players on defense when dealing with picks.
Different look here for the Pistons. Thon Maker's checked in for Markieff Morris. Brown comes in for Tony Snell. Langston Galloway's checked in for Luke Kennard. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Tim Frazier. Now here's Rose. He's got 6. Galloway, the pass to Rose. Six to shoot. Now the dish to Drummond. Nice ball movement by Detroit. The kick out to Rose. Back to Drummond. They could use a bucket. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Muscala's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And one of the reasons they targeted Gilgeous-Alexander was because of his size.
Big guards aren't easy to find, Kevin, and they help coaches' defensive scheme. Every team looks to get a switch into a bad defensive matchup. If your PG isn't an option, the offense has to work that much harder.
Well, a look at that 2018 Clippers draft pick in Gilgeous-Alexander. His incredible size at the point guard spot makes him one of the more intriguing players from that class.
And last season with Gilgeous-Alexander, Greg, you could see what he was capable of with his length.
Well, he is just so difficult to slow up when he's running downhill at a defender. Already a plus defender in his offense coming along. He could be a scary figure at that point guard position.
From outside the arc, offensive rebound. Another shot. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Andre Drummond.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 points in the game so far. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And all second half, they haven't gotten stops with any consistency.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
Brown with it. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Chipped away. Brown kicks to Maker. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Thunder leading by 9. Pass to Beasley. Back to Schroeder. Here's Baisley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Rose. It's tipped. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. And the Thunder lead by 11.
What's impressive about Shea when he's running full speed is still completely under control.
Rose passes to Drummond. Rose back up, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
Gallinari, he's checked in for Muscala. Free throw, no good for Drummond.
I love this. Andre Drummond has gone on record saying he is one of the last true centers in the league. Hard to argue with that statement, given how Drummond has played.
And Makers sends it back.
Watching him protect the rim, you never guess Makers averaging less than one block a game for his career.
Gallinari, Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Rebounding and defense, Drummond provides, Smitty, feels similar to an old-school center.
Yeah, it does. Drummond is still very effective, even without having an outside shot. But he's gotten better at that. Most centers now can shoot threes, but Drummond is happy to stick to what he does best.
Here's Schroeder following the basket by Thon Maker. Schroeder passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, here's Gallinari. Takes the three. No good that time.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Rose finds Galloway. Brown outside. The pass to Maker. Outside Rose. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. It's not going to go for him. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Passes to Baisley. Schroeder looking around. Pass to Baisley. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Drummond. Pistons trail by 7. Rose with the ball. He's got 6. Launches it. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Oklahoma City heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this. And from the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Yes. We get a stop, we run. It's a big stop. Don't let us go out of this right here. Everybody rebound. Everybody come in and rebound, we run.
Emphasizing, Greg, how big this part of the game is.
I like that coach stressed that everyone needs to hit the boards.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Schroeder and Gilgeous-Alexander pair up in the backcourt. Gallinari is out there with Diallo. And it's Baisley in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Schroeder passes to Baisley. Kicks to Gallinari. Pass to Schroeder. Gallinari on the wing, looking to get it going, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Thunder lead by 7.
That's a beautiful play call. Gallinari's dangerous off the catch because it allows him to get his shot in rhythm.
Maker, no one around him. Here's Drummond, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Well, now when you foul Drummond, He can hurt you a little bit at the line. He's much improved.
And the defensive impact that Andre Drummond can have on the floor is a major factor.
Well, you know that Drummond is going to do the work of 3 players on the glass, but he's also been a solid rim protector who makes up for his height with great timing and reach.
Here's Baisley over Drummond. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Galloway kicks to Rose. Here's Drummond. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
It's hard to contest Andre Drummond inside. All you can do is try to make him earn his money at the line.
Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Schroeder. Over to the left wing. Diallo, no good. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Pistons. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. It's stolen by Schroeder. Gallinari attacking. Yep, that one goes in there. Gallinari's got 4 this quarter.
The slashing ability of Gallinari, they like to put the ball in his hands and let him go to work.
Left side Rose. He kicks it to Galloway. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Gallinari dishes to Schroeder. And here's Diallo. Up top Adams. Gallinari in the corner. Rebound Andre Drummond. Pistons trail by 7. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Rose passes to Drummond. Kicks it to Maker. The Pistons working the ball around now. There's Galloway. He's guarded by Diallo. And it's Drummond missing. The Thunder leading by 7. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Paul's checked in, and a switcher also for Detroit. Snell's checked in to the paint. Here's Paul. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Morris is checked in for Thon Maker. Luke Kennard comes in for Bryant. And it's Frazier in for Rose. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
This guy is killing you. And so far, I haven't seen a good adjustment defensively.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Dwayne Casey just going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we've put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Now, here is Morris. It's Kennard, top of the key. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
Ball outside. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And for a team's schedule that includes 4 games and 5 nights, sports writers have introduced the term schedule losses due to fatigue. I just don't think that's very good, but it's a reality right now.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, Kevin, you know these games, you travel a lot. Your legs are just done, and that's when you have to rely on a total team, play more guys. But it happens. You can't get out of this quicksand. You're going to have those type of losses.
Frazier against Paul. Got a piece of it. Morris looking over the floor. Dishes it to Frazier. Shot to stop the run. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Paul passes to Schroeder. And that one, good. And the Thunder lead by 15.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Frazier kicks to Snell. And the pass to Kennard. No good on the three.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Here's Kennard. Pass to Frazier. Feeds to Morris. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Schroeder outside. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And the Pistons with possession here after the missed three from Dennis Schroeder.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
Now here's Paul. Adams outside. Over to the wing. Here's Schroeder. Oklahoma City keeps it going. A new shot clock of 14 seconds. Back to Adams. Pass to Ferguson. Paul for three. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 7 rebounds in the game. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for the Thunder. Paul against Frazier. Now here's Paul. He's covered closely. He dishes it to Gallinari. Back to Paul. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Here's Kennard. Morris outside. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Here's Ferguson. Pass to Paul. There's the pass to Ferguson. Shot clock at 6. Lets it fly. Nice shot from the wing. 33 points for Chris Paul.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
Paul against Frazier. Morris outside. Knocked away. And now Paul pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Yep, it counts. Paul's got 35.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Frazier kicks to Kennard. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, the shot misses. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Now here's Paul. And they double up Paul. Ferguson, the pass to Gallinari. A three-pointer, no good.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second.
Frazier dishes to Morris. He kicks to Snell. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's Ferguson. And the layup is good. And the Thunder lead by 19.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
Now here's Frazier. Passes it to Snell. 4 on the shot clock. From about 16. Shot by Frazier, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Pass to Kennard. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And it's Paul with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Thunder.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Chris Paul.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Clock at 6. Fires from 14. Pass to Burton. Here's Diallo. And there's the pass to Noel. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by Wood. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Here's Pat to the wing on the left. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. It was just our defense. Obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. That concludes the first game of the NBA.